Hello, good evening, and welcome everyone to Academic Challenge, where tonight teams from Canfield High School, University School of Hunting Valley, and Berea High School are competing in our 28th year. We begin with a lightning round. All teams compete in a visual free-for-all. The first team to ring in will be recognized. The correct answer is worth 10 points, but there's a 10-point penalty for a wrong answer or failure to reply. Each team starts the match with 100 points. Now we begin with the lightning round. Now in this round, all answers must begin, teams, with the letter D. This is another name for heavy hydrogen. Berea. Deuterium. Right. Capital city of Delaware. Canfield.
Dover.
Dover is correct. The Dickens character who knits while watching the guillotine. Berea.
Defarge.
Yes. Heavy twilled cloth used for blue jeans and overalls. Canfield.
Denim.
Yes. The name for solid carbon dioxide. Berea.
Dry ice.
Yes. Term for trees that lose their leaves each fall. Canfield.
Deciduous.
Correct. This fresh impressionist painter is noted for his ballet dancers. Any attempts on this one? Correct answer, Degas. His decimal system is used in library. Berea. Yes. Another name for the star, Sirius.
Dog
Canfield.
Star. The Dog Star.
Dog Star is correct. Biblical scrolls found in 19. We have Canfield.
The Dead Sea Scrolls.
Dead Sea Scrolls is correct, and that'll do it for the lightning round. That'll do it for the lightning round. We'll have the electronic challenge round, and you'll meet team members in just a moment. But first, let's check the ladder on our Super Bowl scoreboard. At the end of the season, the three teams with the highest scores are back to compete in the Academic Challenge Super Bowl. So far, the highest point totals have been Rocky River, Marlington, and Willoughby South. We're back after this from the Illuminating Company.
There are better ways to save energy. Read about them in Electric Connections. Yours free every month. There are better ways to save electricity. Read about them in Electric Connections. Yours free every month. There are better ways to conserve. Read about them in Electric Connections. Yours free every month.
Before we continue with more questions, take a look at the schools that are competing in our match tonight. Canfield High School is one of the largest key clubs in the state of Ohio and has one of the most extensive extracurricular offerings in the area. German teacher Siglinda Warren is in her first year as team advisor. She says 75% of Canfield students go on to higher education after graduation, and the school has 8 foreign exchange students this year. University School of Hunting Valley, founded in 1890, is the oldest day school in the state. Mathematics instructor Terry Kessler is in his 4th year as Academic Challenge advisor. He tells us the school offers advanced placement courses in every department, as well as arts and sciences courses for college credit. The all-boys school serves students from over 40 communities and has a diverse multicultural student body. Berea High School is home to over 1,300 students in grades 9 through 12. John Haight, English Department Chairman, and Sandy Sikorsky, a math instructor, are co-advisors to the Academic Challenge team. The school offers an extensive AFS program. 70% of the students participate in extracurricular activities, and Berea boasts state qualifying speech competitors. And now the first of 2 electronic challenge rounds. In this round, each team gets 6 questions. Each question is worth 10 points. We've got a bonus question on the board tonight. Any team that lands on the bonus square will get 1 additional question. A correct answer on that question is worth 20 points. There are no penalties in this round. Now let's meet the members of team number 1, Canfield High School. Tony Kim is a senior whose memberships include the band, tennis team, the speech team, and National Honor Society. He plans to study biochemistry in college. David T. Ramos, a sophomore, enjoys computer programming, TV memorabilia, and reading. He's a member of the Key Club and the speech team. Charles Rowe is a senior who plans to study mechanical engineering at MIT. He's a member of Harvard's Model UN and the National Honor Society. Tony Kim, you are the captain. The lights are spinning. Push down your yellow button. And you have landed on the category of history. Here we go. 6 questions for you now. Here is the first. The English barons carried the field in 1215 when Runnymede Meadow was the site of King John's signing of what document of rights?
Magna Carta. Magna Carta.
Correct. Douglas MacArthur heroically returned to the Philippines in World War II, but in what 1950s war did President Truman force MacArthur to return to the USA?
The Korean War.
Correct, Charles. The signers of the Declaration of Independence pledged their lives to the cause, but the first to be killed died in what type of personal combat which later claimed Alexander Hamilton?
A duel.
A duel is correct, David. Evolution seemed to be beyond the scope of people in what volunteer state where John T. Scopes was the defendant in the famous monkey trial?
I think so.
Tennessee.
Tennessee is right. The first manned U.S. space shuttle was given what name, suggesting the capital city of South Carolina?
Columbia.
Columbia is correct. While much ill feeling was created during some presidential administrations, what 5th president presided over an era of good feelings between 1817 and 1821?
Monroe.
Monroe is correct. Tony, in Canfield, you've got 210 points. And now at University School, Brian Drobnick's hobbies include the theater and collecting comic books. He's a junior and a member of the soccer team at University School. Andrew Pimlott is a junior and member of the debate team, cross-country team, and the chess club. In his spare time, he enjoys computers and skiing. Senior David Siu enjoys playing the piano and violin in his spare time. He's a member of the chess club, orchestra, and Asia Association. Brian Drobnick, you are the captain. The lights are in motion. Your yellow button for us. And you land on You Pick. That means you can select any of the following categories. Let me run through them for you. We have sports, famous men and women, time and place, trivia, math, and literature. Which one of those would you like?
Literature, please.
Literature, okay. Oceania is the name of the dreary totalitarian empire in which the character Winston Smith lives in what George Orwell novel with a certain year as its title?
1984.
1984 is correct. You've probably never heard of the journalist Johnston Smith, but that was a pen name used by what U.S. novelist who wrote The Red Badge of Courage?
Stephen Crane.
Correct. Many of Shakespeare's dramas end with a speech by a high-ranking character, but which of his tragedies begins with rival groups of servants who serve the Montagues and the Capulets?
Romeo and Juliet.
Correct. In H.G. Wells's The War of the Worlds, the Martians use what sort of guns whose name corresponds to the first name of modern science fiction writer Bradbury?
Rays.
Ray is correct. Perhaps because his father had fought in the Napoleonic Wars, what Russian author used that conflict as a setting for his novel War and Peace?
Tolstoy.
Tolstoy is correct. An actor named Emmett King portrayed President James Monroe in a 1925 film version of what story written by Edward Everett Hale about an American sentenced to lifelong exile? Any attempts here? Your correct answer is The Man Without a Country. In University School, you finished the round with 150 points. Now it's time for Berea. Alan Prock hopes to study medicine at Case Western Reserve University. This is Alan's second appearance on Academic Challenge. Thomas Harris is a senior and member of the Drama Club and Student Council. In his spare time, he enjoys tennis, reading, and shopping. Senior Dawn Taylor is a member of the National Honor Society, Student Council, and varsity gymnastics team. She plans to study biochemistry in college and enjoys photography and water skiing. Alan Prock is the captain. Alan, you've got 140 points right now. The lights are spinning, and you push down your yellow button and land on the category of time and place. Time and place is your category. Here we go. Fleeing from the White House in 1814, Dolly Madison took with her a portrait of what only president who never lived in the executive mansion.
Washington?
Yes. The first important discovery of human fossil bones occurred in 1848 in what British Crown colony that guards the entrance to the Mediterranean Sea? Any attempts here, Berea?
Morocco?
No, Gibraltar is what we were looking for on that. In the 1840s, the frontier scout Kit Carson guided expeditions through what territory that is now a state enclosing the Grand Tetons and most of Yellowstone Park?
Wyoming?
Wyoming is right. The Continental Congress met in places other than Philadelphia. In the first months of 1784, it met in what capital city of Maryland?
Annapolis?
Annapolis is right. On June 28, 1924, the British mountain climber George Mallory vanished within a few hundred yards of the top of what highest mountain in the world?
Mount Everest?
Mount Everest is correct. January 16, 1920, in the United States was a very, very dry day because it was the date when what government policy based on the Volstead Act went into effect?
Prohibition?
Prohibition is correct. Berea, you've got 190 points. We'll have a new picture-perfect round in just a moment, but remember that at the end of the season, the three teams with the highest scores will compete in the Academic Challenge Super Bowl. Each will receive the new Apple Macintosh Classic computer for their school. The computers are provided by Apple Computer Incorporated and Holcomb's Educational Materials Stores, Apple's largest educational sales consultant in the state of Ohio. See Holcomb's for special educator purchase prices. There are more Apples in schools today than any other computer. And the Super Bowl winner will also receive a very special championship trophy. You see it there. We're right back after this from the Illuminating Company.
And you hear all the raving cheers and yay, lights are on. It just brings something to you. It makes you feel like you did something satisfying for them.
Monday's our busiest day of the week. We take anywhere from 3,000 to 4,500 calls in our office. It's hectic, it's challenging, it's fun.
Because one of the things that our company has worked on is reliable service. We are a service company.
So when we're out there trying to restore service during a storm condition, we know exactly how those folks feel.
I have industrial accounts. I am the link between the customer and the answer to their problem. I have an engineering degree, and I'm capable of answering their questions.
People who own, operate, develop, build buildings over the long run, he's going to be glad that he used our product because we're going to be here. We expect him to be here.
As the customer told me yesterday, I know you get things done. We're working to keep you working.
Picture Perfect round is coming up. First, I'll recap the scores for you. Right now with 150 points, University School. 190 points, Berea, our leader so far. With 210 points, it is Canfield. Now, in the Picture Perfect round, all three teams compete in a fast-paced volley of questions on people and places. There'll be one question per picture. Correct answers in this round earn you 10 points, but now you may lose 10 points for an incorrect answer or failure to reply. Okay, let's take a look at tonight's first picture. Pictured here in an appropriately park-like setting is Frederick Law Olmsted, the man who designed what park that covers a good deal of Midtown Manhattan, Canfield.
Central Park.
Yes. Surely few places on earth are as desolate as this section of Egypt's western desert, which, because of the peculiar shape of its rocks, is called the Valley of what fruit, such as cantaloupe or honeydew? University School.
Melon.
Melons is correct. The Russian artist Michael Vrubel earned a few rubles with this painting of the Princess Odette as she changes into what sort of large bird in a story that inspired, we have University School?
Swan.
Swan is correct. Looking like a giant insect, this mechanical picker is harvesting what crop? We have Canfield.
Cotton.
Cotton is correct. A choice here. Characteristically acidic because it will readily lose the proton. The chemical group shown here is the carboxyl group, purine group, or carbonyl group. We have University School.
Carboxyl.
Carboxyl group is correct. Please do speak up. Looking uncharacteristically placid is what 16th century German monk who led the Protestant Reformation, University School.
Martin Luther.
Martin Luther is correct. You can see a glimpse of the famous silver throne behind Gustav III posing in his coronation robes in what Swedish capital city? University school.
Stockholm.
Stockholm is correct. Many Roman chariot races were held in the Circus Maximus. This long, narrow racetrack was built around a central barrier that was given what name, suggesting your backbone? University school.
Spine.
The spine is correct, Andrew. To name this painting, artist John Buck chose what one word used as a greeting in Hawaii? Canfield.
Aloha.
Aloha is correct, and that'll do it for the picture-perfect round. We're back with our second electronic challenge round right after this message, so please do stay with us.
Assembly lines. Production lines. Lines that mean jobs for Northeast Ohioans. For years, the Illuminating Company has helped bring new businesses here with thousands of new jobs and paychecks. And CEI people are still fighting for more. So when you think about it, our power lines deliver a lot more than electricity.
We're working to keep you working.
It's in great condition, but you just don't need it anymore. Give it to Goodwill. Goodwill will sell it to someone who will make great use of it. And the money it brings will help pay for Goodwill's vocational programs for people with disabilities and other special needs, training to help them qualify for work, and placement services to help them find jobs. The quality items you donate mean quality training for the people Goodwill helps. So give to Goodwill Industries. See what a little Goodwill can do for your community.
Tonight's show will receive a photograph of their team as they appear on the show and an academic challenge t-shirt. In addition, the winners of tonight's show will receive a special plaque commemorating their victory.
Welcome back. It's time now for our second electronic challenge round. Each question here is worth 20 points, and there are 6 questions. Any team that gets all 6 questions right will gain 25 bonus points. Lights are now in motion for team number 1. The team is Canfield. Tony Kim is the captain. Tony, push your yellow button down when the mood strikes you. And you have landed on the category of Says Who. Here we go. Here once the embattled farmer stood, wrote Ralph Waldo Emerson in a poem whose title names what Massachusetts town that, along with Lexington, witnessed the first battles between the British and the colonial militias.
Concord.
Concord is correct. The remark, all great truths begin as blasphemies, would apply to what late 16th century Italian astronomer convicted of heresy for supporting the heliocentric theory of the universe?
Galileo.
Galileo is correct, David. There is no real liberty except in the United States was a judgment made in 1828 by what French marquis who had himself fought in the American Revolution?
Lafayette.
Lafayette is correct. Charles, he looks at you like a landlord asking for next month's rent was a friend's description of Ben Hogan, a champion at what sport whose current champions include John Daly and Jack Nicklaus?
Golf.
Golf is correct, Tony, yes. Choice here. Explosion in the paint factory was the way one critic summed up the style of what American artist noted for his drip paintings. Jackson Pollock, Norman Rockwell, or Andrew Wyeth?
Jackson Pollock.
Jackson Pollock is correct. In his 14 points, Wilson called for open covenants openly arrived at, and also for what international organization whose covenant was rejected by Congress after World War I?
The League of Nations.
League of Nations is correct. Canfield, congratulations. You got them all right. Bonus points for Canfield. You've got 385 points. Now, team number 2, University School. Brian Drobnik is the captain. Brian, press down that big yellow button. And you have landed on all the same as your category. Belva Ann Lockwood, the first woman to plead a case before the United States Supreme Court, also served on the nominating committee for which Nobel Prize, the one awarded to Mother Teresa and Martin Luther King, among others?
Peace Prize.
Yes. What same adjective was used by Arnold Bennett to describe his wives' tale and by Ernest Hemingway to describe his Man in the Sea?
Old.
Old is correct. The Old Wives' Tale, Old Man in the Sea. Believe it or not, the first newspaper to publish the feature Ripley's Believe It or Not shared what same name with an Elizabethan theater co-owned by William Shakespeare.
The Globe.
The Globe is correct. In Utah, the county seat of Uintah County has what same name that identifies the equinox every spring?
Vernal.
Vernal, the vernal equinox. Hawaii's first submarine for civilian tours has the same name as what legendary lost continent described by ancient Greek writers?
Atlantis.
Atlantis is correct. George Washington was born in what is now a W-initialed county in Virginia, a county whose name also identifies a general in command of U.S. Army troops in Vietnam. Any attempts here, University School? The answer is Westmoreland County. That was William Westmoreland. And University School, you finished the round with 310 points. Now, Berea, it is your turn next. Alan Prock, you are the captain, and that was very quick, Alan. You have stopped the lights on the category of geography. 6 questions for you. The Willow River empties into which of the Great Lakes? The only one with a 5-letter name.
Huron.
Huron is correct. One of the oldest hydroelectric dams in the 19th century is the 19th century Edwards Dam, built on the Kennebec River in what same state that includes Kennebunkport?
Maine.
Maine is right. In June of 1947, the Army Air Force recommended as a national missile launching site what cape on the east coast of Florida. It was once named Cape Kennedy.
Cape Canaveral.
Canaveral is correct. Children learning their ABCs might note the first letters in the names of Argentina, Brazil, and what long, narrow South American nation with its capital at Santiago?
Chile.
Yes. A mountain named Hecla, with a height of 4,747 feet, is the highest peak in what North Atlantic Republic, an island whose unusual topography includes both geysers and glaciers?
Iceland.
Iceland is correct. Although born in North Carolina, the contemporary writer Tom Robbins has extensively described the region north of what largest city in Washington State?
Seattle.
Seattle is correct. Berea, congratulations to you as well. Bonus points. You got every question right, and you now have 335 points. And we'll be back for our final and very important grab bag round right after you watch this.
We take anywhere from 3,000 to 4,500 calls in our office. It's hectic, it's challenging, it's fun.
The pace may be grueling to someone else, but we kind of enjoy it.
I am the link between the customer and the answer to their problem.
We're able to deal with the customers on a more personal basis because we're customers too.
As the customer told me yesterday, I know you get things done.
We're working to keep you working.
There are better ways to save energy. Read about them in Electric Connections. Yours free every month. There are better ways to save electricity. Read about them in Electric Connections. Yours free every month. There are better ways to conserve. Read about them in Electric Connections. Yours free every month.
This is it, the final competition, the grab bag. A lot can change in this round. Here are the standings right now. We have in third place with 310 points, University School. Next with 335 points, Berea. Leader so far with 385 points. It is Canfield. And when the grab bag teams gain 20 points for each correct answer, miss or fail to answer, and 20 points are deducted. Okay, teams, here we go with tonight's grab bag. Probably the most densely populated city in the world is what British Crown colony scheduled to return to China in 19 Berea?
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong is correct. The Vietnamese lunar calendar observes this current 12-month cycle as the year of what animal, which is also the mascot of the U.S. Naval Academy? Canfield.
The goat.
The goat is right. President Calvin Coolidge wasn't keeping cool in 1927 when he sent U.S. Marines to what Central American country that has had more recent problems with its Sandinista regime? Canfield.
Nicaragua.
Yes, Charles. A choice here. The diameter of our Earth's moon is approximately 50 miles, 2,000 miles, or 10,000 miles. Canfield.
2,000.
2,000 is correct. In 1845, the last of the eastern seaboard states was admitted to the USA. This is what state that also has a Gulf coast? Canfield.
Florida.
Florida is correct, David. To mark Australia's 200th birthday, a number of arboretums around the world receives gifts of what Australian tree that provides both shelter? University School.
Eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus is correct. Now, wait here before you answer on this one because it includes the chemical symbol AU. Yorick is a fitting first name for what Ian Fleming title character we have Canfield.
Goldfinger.
Goldfinger is correct. What is the cotangent of an angle whose cosine is 0 and whose sine is 1? Any attempts on this? University School.
0.
0 is correct, David. John Jacob Astor not only operated in Oregon, he named a ship for what eager fur-bearing animal that today we
Beaver.
have Canfield.
I'm sorry, beaver.
Beaver is correct, yes. As our envoy to Mexico in the 1860s, Thomas Corwin tried to prevent what Habsburg from embarking upon his ill-fated career as Emperor of Mexico. Any attempts here? We have University School.
Maximilian.
Maximilian is correct. Life is not easy for poor Hamlet. His father is murdered, and what girlfriend of Hamlet's goes mad and drowns? Any attempts on this? University School.
Ophelia.
Ophelia is correct, David. According to the Bible, Noah's Ark landed on Mount Ararat, located today in what modern we have University School.
Turkey.
Turkey is correct, yes. John Tyler was president of the U.S. for less than 4 years, but his son Lyon Tyler was for 31 years the president of what oldest Virginia college, founded in 1693. We have Berea.
William and Mary.
William and Mary is correct. Suffrage, the right to vote, was limited to men only when during the 1920s and 1930s, what political party ruled Italy under the leadership of Mussolini? Sorry, too late, University School. That'll do it. That concludes tonight's match. Very good match it was. Let's take a look at the final scores we have with 375 points, Berea, 410 points, University School. Our champion tonight with 505 points, it is Canfield. Congratulations go out to Canfield. And now take a look at our Super Bowl scoreboard. Does tonight's winner get a place for itself on the ladder with 505 points? Yes, they do. Congratulations again. Canfield, you are on the ladder. Now be sure to catch Academic Challenge next week when teams from Brookfield, Greene, and Villa Angela, St. Joseph will be competing. I'm Lou Maglio. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time for Academic Challenge. Good night, everybody.
Academic Challenge has been brought to you by The Illuminating Company.